Because guess what? The reset is at the same distance. So if you shot both of these guns, it should be really, really easy to transition, or at the very least just use one or the other, because you have a slightly longer but smoother Glock press and then 1911 presses after that. And when we're talking about the single action press, I'll stand right on this hill and die on it, especially for the M9A4. And as a note, by the way, there's going to be a ton of people that are like, oh, Langdon Tactical 92s. I bought one, I haven't started using it yet. The single action trigger in the M9A4, I'll stay right here and dig in, is either as good or slightly better than the vast majority of production 1911 or 2011 triggers, both in smoothness, repeatable trigger break, and reset. And the only reason why I say this is that over the course of this test, if learning these two trigger presses was legitimately as difficult as people or influencers are trying to say, this paltry 6,000 round review would have absolutely kicked my ass from start to finish, and in reality, actually examining, breaking down, and learning, and then teaching myself the process for this trigger lasted a grand total of 20 friggin' minutes. The only repeatable issue that was ironed out inside of the first 1,000 rounds was that the single action trigger on this handgun in particular was a little bit further to the rear than I'm used to, which would mean I would jump the break point on it just a little bit, and what that would turn itself into is a difference of, for instance, at 25 yards I'm trying to hit in the heart box of a USPSA target and it would end up in the solo plex, which of course magnifies itself at greater distances, but the quantifiable is there, and of course you can actually see that in your dot because I'm looking at my target area instead of staring at the dot like a moron. Point being, regardless of the opinions of people that don't shoot good or don't pay attention, this thing is significantly better, and I mean leagues better, than most people will give it credit for.